What's up, collectors? My name is Joe, and I'm this month's featured collector. What first got me into statue collecting? Well, I've been a collector for a while. A statue collector for about 5 years, but prior to that, I collected mostly comic books and action figures. Collected comic books and action figures since I was a kid, ever since I can remember, and that continued into adulthood. Less so comic books and less so action figures now, but I do still pick them up as well. I have a cabinet behind the camera here just full of single issues. I don't know why I did that to myself. Mostly hardcovers, omnibuses now, and I do buy the occasional action figure, but I don't know why. Most of them are sitting in a box in the garage. But I've been a statue collector for about 5 years now. Was doing some online shopping, must have been for Christmas, but I can't think of any other time why I would be shopping on the Think Geek website, as expensive as they are. But I was doing some shopping on there, and I came across Commander Shepard, a premium format from Sideshow. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe that I was seeing someone make a quarter scale version of one of my favorite characters. So big fan of the Mass Effect video game series, and at the time was a big fan, even bigger fan at the time. So had to have that Mass Effect statue. I couldn't imagine at the time that I would be spending a few $100s. I think it was like between $325, $350 when it first came out. So I pre-ordered it, went over to sideshow.com and pre-ordered it, and then the wait began. I had no idea at the time that as a statue collector, you order something and then you wait a long time before you have to get it. A year, 2 years, sometimes even longer. So I was getting a little bit impatient during my waiting period for that Commander Shepard. So I decided to buy something that was in stock over on the Sideshow website, and that was the T-800 Terminator statue. That was the first statue that I actually received. Commander Shepard was the first statue that I bought. So got that statue. Wasn't a big statue, nothing crazy. Had some nice mixed media on it. Was a good representation of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Loved that movie. It's the first movie I remember seeing in a movie theater, actually, which is crazy because I think I was like 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old at the time it came out. But so that was the first statue I received. After that, then I received the Batman premium format from Sideshow, which I'm sure most of you viewers are pretty familiar with. But that guy came in a giant box, and I can still remember the day I came home from work just to see that huge box sitting in my living room, thinking, "Oh boy, I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm in for it." But I wasn't, and opened that guy up, and that was the moment I was hooked on statue collecting. That was my first kind of holy crap moment with statue collecting, and just kind of grew from there. Really kind of grew my collection as well was when I started my own YouTube channel, started doing some reviews, started doing a statue chat, etc. And then my collection really blossomed from there. When I originally started, I just had a single bookcase from Target where I had a couple of statues, Batman, Commander Shepard. Then we had to go to IKEA and get Bestas and packs and Detolfs and all this kind of crazy stuff, which is what you see behind me now. But I was hot and heavy into my YouTube channel. I think I had like 30, 40 pieces on order, and that's how crazy my collection was getting. So I had to slow it down a little bit. And so I was collecting a lot of lines. I was collecting Batman premium format, Batman, Prime 1 Studio, Street Fighter, Marvel, whatever I can get my hands on. I was buying movie statues, Dragon Ball statues, all kinds of crazy statues have been in my collection. Ninja Turtles, all kinds of crazy. But really it was the Batman statues that really kind of kicked everything off. And that's one of the lines that I'm continuing today. Kind of had to reevaluate my collection because it was getting too big. Was running out of room. It's costing me a lot of money, but mostly I was running out of room. That's the biggest thing as a space, right? Statues kept getting better and better and better, and they are still getting better and better and better. You want to get the new versions, the new ones, and we don't have room for it. So I had to slow down a little bit. So right now my collection is mostly Batman, premium format line from Sideshow. I don't buy everything from that line. If I already have a character that I'm happy with, I won't get a new statue of that character. For example, Joker, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, all that good stuff. I have versions of those statues that I really like. So right now I'm continuing that line. I'm going to pick up Robin, Mr. Freeze, a couple of things there. Still will pick up a Marvel statue here or there. But that's basically it for statues. Is Batman, a couple of DC, maybe a couple of Marvel statues if they kind of expand into the cosmic universe. Thinking about Silver Surfer that they've teased for a while now. So that's my collection is started off slow, kind of boomed, and kind of downsized to a reasonable amount. So that's what really got me into statue collecting. So if I could own any piece regardless of cost, what would you love to have in your collection? So when you say that, there are a couple of statues that instantly come to mind. Dr. Doom on throne, Thanos on throne, stuff like that. But money was no object. I'd probably buy those statues, but that's not the first statue that would come to mind. Say I won the lottery tomorrow. First statue I'd go out and buy XM Studios Samurai Batman. I don't know why I don't have that statue in my collection. I could buy it. It's a little pricey right now. So if I could get it for a good price, I probably would. But if money was no object, I'd instantly have that statue and all those statues in that Samurai Batman line in my collection for sure. Really gotta add that to my collection. Prior to that, it was the Joker premium format, the mixed media version with the purple suit. That was sort of the elusive statue for me. Now, again, you can go to eBay and you can buy it right now, right? But how much do you want to pay for it? So it took me a long time before I actually got that statue. I knew it was the Joker statue that I wanted in my collection. So it was just a matter of waiting and matter of finding it for the right price. So at one point, my wife did buy me the statue for Christmas. She got it off of eBay, but it came broken. Suit was torn up. It was bad news. She had to return it. I wouldn't even look at the thing. Wouldn't even look at the box. Didn't want to know what was in there. Just told her, send it back. I don't even want to look at it. It's going to be disappointed. But she did a really good thing. Eventually, a friend of mine hit me up on Facebook. Said, hey, I got this statue for a decent price. Do you want it? I said, absolutely. And I finally got that statue. So right now for me, though, it's that XM Samurai statue. To say before that Joker statue, it was the Sideshow Ninja Turtles, the original ones, the cartoon ones. I did have those in my collection for a while, but they were on my list for a while too. So then the other one that was on my list that I actually have in my collection was it's a custom statue. You know, don't tell anybody. The one custom statue I still have in my collection, probably one of my favorite pieces. It's between that and the Batman statue. It's a custom Batman on Lion statue I have. Don't do customs anymore. They're too risky. I've lost too much money. Don't like the pain and the hassle of them anymore. They're just not for me. But one custom that I have is great. I had my eye on it ever since I saw it, and I was finally able to get it. And now it's my favorite statue. One of my favorite statues in my collection. It has problems. You know, the paint wasn't great. I had it repainted. I couldn't get the dang thing together. Had to have someone the painter actually had to heat up the cape to even get it to go on the base, and you know had some problems as well getting it shipped here. So, but still love it. Favorite statue. I probably would never get rid of it, but. Now, if I could have a company create a dream statue for my personal collection, I'd have to say I really would like to see an Adam Warlock statue to go over there next to Thanos, and you put a Silver Surfer along with it. That's going to be a great display. So I'd love to see Sideshow do it. I think other statue companies can do it well. Prime One could do it awesome with an outstanding base. You know, XM Studios could do an amazing version, lots of great textures and a good base on there as well. But I like to see Sideshow do it. I like it to have a touch of mixed media, so maybe the cape, maybe the collar on him. So I think it'd be really great. You know, that classic pose with him with the Infinity Gauntlet, I think would be super. Switch out him with his, I don't know what his weapon is called, the pole or whatever, but statue I've been dying to have in my collection for a long time. Would really like to own an Adam Warlock statue. Bowen did one. I wouldn't mind if it was a similar pose to the Bowen one. I think that one's about $300, but that's a 6 scale statue, so it doesn't really belong in my collection, but yeah, definitely Adam Warlock is the one I would like to see. So now let's take a little look at my collection, but before I do that, I want to send a thanks to the Batman Statue Collector for featuring me here on the channel, and he'll see you soon in the Batcave. Alright, so here's what my collection is looking like these days. Over here, we'll start with the Batman collection. Can't really get too into it because I have put my editing stuff over here, my camera and PC, so gonna have to bear with me a little bit. So got the Batman, some Arkham Asylum premium formats, Arkham Knight, Joker, a couple of those Prime 1 pieces. Got Bane here. Got a couple of smaller pieces here. Kotobukiya Rebirth bust and that Prime 1 Batman bust. I don't know if you can see around my monitor here. See, I've got that Joker premium format and Harley Quinn. There's the Batman premium format, one of my first pieces, the one that kind of set off my collection down here. I've got the Batwoman, Batgirl. Down at the bottom, you can see I've got the Catwoman. Poison Ivy's in the dark down there. So I've got Arkham Asylum, Hot Toy down there. I've got Killer Croc hiding down there as well. We're not going to be able to see it in the corner. Got a couple of smaller pieces, a Kotobukiya Batman and a Gotham City Garage Catwoman as well. So up here is the Batman on Lion that I told you all about. The only custom I have in my collection, repainted by Kenny Alessandro. So I'd have him repaint that. Looks great. Love that one. Here we've got the Michael Keaton Batman. Up top we also have the Spidey premium format, which I think is a great Spidey. Got the Green Goblin, some Daredevil. Sideshow Hulk. It's a pretty decent statue. Might be too dark in there, down there to see Black Panther. Doctor Strange has no light on him, but it's some pretty good light there. If I wasn't standing in it. Up here we've got a couple of Wolverines and a Punisher. Love Wolverine, one of my favorite Marvel characters. And a Frank Castle with a custom painted portrait. Looks a lot like Bela Lugosi there. And here we got a couple of my two favorite pieces. Black Bolt, Thanos on throne. Love that Thanos on throne. Black Bolt here. I don't know why. I am super attached to this Black Bolt statue. And down at the bottom, a couple of the figures that I collect. Tamashii Nations, SH Fig Arts, Dragon Ball Z statues. Sorry, figures, not statues. Used to own a couple of Dragon Ball statues, but not anymore. Here we got one of my most recent arrivals. This is the Brachial Warhammer 40K Terminator statue from Silver Fox Collectibles. Another great piece. Piece a lot of people said wouldn't even come, but he did. And down here we've got the Guts from Prime 1. And over here on the left, we've got a pinhead in there. Hard to see with no light. And I got my Soul ARH statue. Hopefully the light is letting you see that a little bit. Used to have Death Dealer on horse. Got rid of that guy. Okay, so over here, a couple of statues in this direction. Got 3 Street Fighter statues. Charlie Nash, Ryu, and Goken. Goken? Yeah, Goken. And these 3 are probably going to exit the collection soon. I got that spot picked out for HMO's Gilliman versus Chaos Space Marine. So, and up top here we've got the Master Chief. It's the premium format by Sideshow, along with some Halo books. So down here, little Street Fighter section. Got Ryu, that's from the Street Fighter V Collector's Edition. Here's Milo Ninja Turtle statues. These are from Good Smile. Actually selling for a pretty decent amount right now if you want to sell them. But they're my lone Ninja Turtles in my collection statue-wise. And they're not polystone or anything. They're like a plastic resin. Right, and just got some omnibuses, some stuff down here. Some more Ninja Turtle stuff, NECA action figures. Some more books. Got the God of War Kratos from the special collector's edition. You see I've got about six or so boxes of Hot Toys. So up top here, we've got Commander Shepard, the first statue I ever ordered. And we got a Normandy statue over here, along with a couple of statues from Metal Gear Solid 5. A couple of nice art prints up here. And then that is actually a Batman wall hanging statue that lights up, and it's from Pop Culture Shock, believe it or not. So in here, my lone 2 Star Wars premium formats. Got Darth Malgus, some Star Wars Hot Toys. And over on the other side, we've got Anakin Skywalker. Really need to get some lights on here. Apologize that it's so dark. So he's got a custom painted portrait as well. And then some Hot Toys. And that's what the rest of my collection will be. Just some Star Wars Hot Toys. So that's going to be it for my collection today. See, favorite pieces in the collection? Have to be that Batman premium format down there. It'd have to be the custom Batman Online up there. If you couldn't tell, Batman is my favorite character. Got some wall art here, some Arkham Knight, some Michael Keaton up there. Yeah. So that's it.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.